Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today, I'm honored to be joined by Premilla Deonath, Chairperson of the Women's Forum and the Merewest Community Foundation. As the Women's Forum prepares for its official launch on 7th of March 2026, we'll be discussing her vision for empowering women, strengthening our community, and creating lasting impact. This is a conversation you don't want to miss. How are you, Premilla?
I'm well, thanks. Good morning to you, Siddharth, and good morning to the viewers.
Awesome. I'm happy to have you on, especially in the sense that what you're doing is so inspirational.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. To get the ball rolling, as chairperson of the Women's Forum, what inspired you to take on this leadership role, and what does this platform mean to you personally?
Thank you for that question, Siddharth. I did not take on this role for a title. I took it on for transformation. I may have been elected as a chairperson, but it's not about me as one woman leading. It's about many women that are rising. For many years, I've watched women. They make their homes, they raise children alone, they support the
Mhm.
extended families, they work quietly behind the scene, yet they are not seen or heard. But this forum has purpose. It means that women will have a voice, dignity, and access to opportunities. So we're creating a space where women, regardless of the age and background, feel safe, valued, and empowered. I've attended countless meetings of that. In one meeting, it struck me very deeply. I met a single woman. She was unemployed and she was exhausted. She said, "We come to meetings, we talk, 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 and then we go home to the same struggles. Who is really listening to us?" That
Mm.
question pierced my heart. That day I decided I didn't want to just attend meetings. I wanted to build a platform where women are not just heard, but empowered, where we don't discuss problems, but we create solutions. No woman should ever feel invisible. So this platform gives dignity. It gives ordinary women an extraordinary voice. And personally, to me, it means I will never forget that woman's question because this women's forum is my answer to it.
Awesome. The official launch of the Women's Forum is happening on 7th of March. Why is this moment so significant, and what can women expect from this initiative?
It's no coincidence that we decided to launch on 7th March, one day before the International Women's Day of 8th March. We're launching on the eve of International Women's Day because we wanted something deeply symbolic. While the world is celebrating women on the 8th, we are rising on the 7th. We are not waiting to be recognized. We are positioning ourselves to be counted. Around the world, women are being recognized for their contributions. But here, in our own community, we are saying loud and clearly, we see you, we hear you, and we value you. This is not a once off event, it's the beginning of a movement. What would women expect in this forum? They can expect skills development workshops, mentorship programs, wellness initiatives, networking opportunities, and platforms for entrepreneurship. But most importantly, they can expect unity because I believe that no woman must ever feel alone in her struggles again.
That's true. What gaps or challenges did you identify in the community that led to the creation of the Women's Forum?
The Merebank Alliance Forum, which is our parent body, identified three major gaps: emotional and mental health strain, financial strain due to unemployment, and limited leadership platform for the ordinary woman. Our women in Merebank are extremely capable, talented, and hardworking. I've noticed that they don't lack strength. There's a lack of structure, access, support, and maybe a unified voice. So, this forum is aiming to bridge those gaps. We want to connect women to resources, training, and to each other. While most women are struggling with unemployment, financial dependence, emotional burdens, and are limited to certain opportunities only, we are going to open doors for them. In the past, there were many meetings, there were many conversations, but there was no clear platform that connected women, equipped them, and represented them collectively. So, in our community, talented women lacked mentorship, passionate women lacked direction, capable women lacked confidence. This Women's Forum was created to close that gap, to move from a scattered effort of all of us to a shared purpose, from silent endurance to strategic empowerment. Because when women are organized, informed, and united, I believe that communities can change.
Beautiful. How will the Women's Forum empower women, not just socially, but economically and emotionally as well?
Our empowerment will be holistic. We thought about it carefully. In the terms of socially, we are building solidarity. Economically, we aim to offer entrepreneurship guidance, financial literacy workshops, business networking opportunities, and other workshops, for example, catering, baking, admin skills, digital literacy, caregiving, and maybe small repairs. In the
Wow.
entrepreneurship training, we are actually looking to help them to register a business and teach them how they can market their skills on WhatsApp and Facebook and market the products. We're also looking at creating a women's business directory to promote our members' services. In terms of emotionally, we want to give them safe spaces for dialogue, healing, and support. We'll have monthly Let's Talk circles where women can talk openly. We're intending to get guest speakers, social workers, and support groups for single mothers, widows, unemployed women, and of course, mentorship for older and younger women. We're thinking of wellness activities, walks, fitness mornings, and very importantly, information sessions on the legal rights, gender based violence support, and accessing government grants. Very importantly, we are creating a resource which is a WhatsApp group for opportunities and job postings.
Awesome. In your experience, what are the biggest challenges women in our community currently face, and how can collective leadership change that?
Many women in our community are facing unemployment. Many of them are single parents. They are financially dependent on others. They face gender based violence. Addiction is a big thing here, and self doubt. So, our women are just barely surviving. They're certainly not thriving. So, one of the challenges is their feeling of powerlessness. Collective leadership changed that mindset from I am alone to we are together. We will share knowledge, resources, network, and encouragement because when one woman rises, she pulls
Hmm.
another one up. Siddharth, South Africa has one of the highest rates of gender based violence in the world. Many women
Wow.
live in fear. They are emotionally and physically and financially trapped. Yet there is talent here, but the opportunity does not always reach them. So many women in our communities suffer quietly. They don't know their rights, they don't know where to go for help, they don't feel heard. But every woman attending this launch will get a resource document with important contact details that they can readily use. They'll have access to local help centers because traveling out to get help is very cumbersome, costly, and they don't have access to that. But we'll make them know all the venues that they can go to around us and get help easily, because we believe when a woman stands alone, they struggle alone, but when women stand together, they become a force. And collective leadership shifts us from saying it's my problem to saying it's our solution. No woman will remain uninformed, and no woman in our community will remain isolated. We are creating accountability. Issues like gender based violence must no longer be whispered about. We must confront
Hmm.
it head on. And when women lead together, communities become safer, stronger, and more economically stable. I believe we have enough space for many like minded organizations in Merebank to work collectively together to achieve these aims. And I invite them to enter into dialogue with us to complement each other's strengths so that we can offer the best to the women in our community.
Lovely. What role do mentorship and intergenerational support play in your vision for women's empowerment?
Siddharth, mentorship is central to our vision. We older women carry a wisdom that we learned through hardship, resilience, and sacrifice. The younger women carry innovation, energy, new ideas, confidence, and courage. When these two forces connect, something powerful happens. Experienced women will guide younger women in leadership, career, entrepreneurship, and personal growth, while the younger woman will bring fresh ideas and digital skills to uplift the entire community. So, empowerment will be passed down and passed forward. Mentorship and intergenerational support are not just part of our vision, they are the heartbeat of it. In every community, we have two powerful groups of women, those who have experience and those who are still finding the way. Too often, these exist separately. In my vision, they will walk together. When an older woman says to a younger one, I have been where you are, and you will survive this, something powerful happens. And when a younger woman says to an older one, your story still matters, dignity is restored to us. So, our mentorship will turn that pain into guidance. Women's empowerment is not only about money or leadership, it is about
Mm.
legacy. If we hold each other's hands across generations, we don't just build strong women, we are building strong futures. And that, to me, is real empowerment. No woman must ever feel alone in her struggles again.
That's inspirational. For young women who want to step into leadership but feel uncertain or intimidated, what advice would you give them?
That's a lovely question. The youth are very important. And I would say they don't need to feel ready to begin. They must just begin where they are. They can start small, they can volunteer for tasks, they can speak up at meetings, they can take initiatives in small projects. Their confidence will grow through action. They don't need our permission. They must not wait to be chosen. Leadership is not about being the loudest voice in the room, it's about being the most committed to service. So, the young people, young ladies, young women must know that their voices matter. They must use it. If they are young and feeling intimidated, they must understand their voice is not too small. The ideas are not too simple. Their age is not the weakness. Leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about being willing to learn, to serve, and to grow. Remember this, young woman. You are stepping into leadership not alone, but with all of us as a sisterhood. We are here to guide you, to mentor you, to walk with you. The world does not need any more perfect women in leadership. It just needs brave ones. And bravery begins the moment you decide, why not me?
True. Uh, Finally, looking ahead 5 years, what legacy would you like the Women's Forum Foundation to leave in the community?
In 5 years' time, I want to firstly see young women stepping confidently into leadership roles. I want to see women owned businesses thriving in Merebank. I want to see support systems in place for vulnerable women. But most importantly, the legacy should be that women in our community no longer see themselves as victims of circumstances, but as architects of change. If that happens, we have succeeded in what our goal is. 5 years from now, I don't want people to say that this women's forum just existed. I want them to say it changed lives. I want to see women who once sat quietly at the back of a room now leading meetings. Women who were unemployed now running business. Women who felt broken now mentoring others. I want young girls in our community to grow up believing that leadership is normal for them, not exceptional. The community itself must feel the ripple effect. Stronger families, safer homes, more economic activity, more collaboration instead of competition. But most importantly, I want the legacy to be this: no woman will ever walk alone in our community again. Silence will be replaced by voice. Struggle and potential will be turned into progress. So, in 5 years' time, women will stand taller, speak louder, earn better, and support one another more deeply. Then our legacy will not just be remembered, it will be lived.
Awesome. I know you wanted to mention three things when we had spoken off air, so you can just let the viewers know about that.
Firstly, let me ask you to forgive me for my eyes watering so badly. I just have very
So no
sensitive
problem.
eyesight, so I'm wiping
No
away
problem.
tears.
Oh,
So there are three things that I want to talk about. First and
mhm.
most importantly, perhaps, is I want to thank the Merebank Alliance Forum for having this vision and allowing us the freedom to run with this idea. It is indeed a first for Merebank and historic. Secondly, I would like to encourage all women, irrespective of their affiliations, age, race, sexual orientation, or religion, to attend this phenomenal event. Anyone over the age of 16 is welcome to attend. So please bring your daughters, granddaughters, neighbors, or friends over. You'll be doing them a very great favor because you'll be exposing them to a different kind of leadership. We'll be giving them confidence. Thirdly, as a newly formed Women's Forum, we are building this movement from scratch. We have the passion in our hearts, but we don't have funds in our kitty yet. This launch is currently being funded by the women themselves. This is a historic moment in our community. So we are reaching out to businesses, professionals, and kind hearted individuals to partner with us, whether through sponsorships, donations, small gifts for our goodies bags, prizes, or even services being offered pro bono. For example, we would deeply appreciate the support of a photographer who's willing to capture this historic moment for our community. So, anybody who gives us a contribution, no matter how big or small, will not just be filling a goodies bag. It will fill a woman with hope, dignity, and encouragement. Today, we can create, together with everyone, a phenomenal launch that will mark the beginning of true upliftment and opportunity for the women of our community. This is not a once off event, it's a sustained movement with measurable goals and active member participation. I thank you, Siddharth.
Awesome. It's been really my pleasure having you on today, and yeah, hope to catch up with you once again in the future.
I hope so too. Thank you, viewers. Thank you, Siddharth.